Good morning, everyone. I am Iris Kim Busulon. Today I'm going to discuss about the public finance. Importance of the public finance. Public finance means the collection and spending of government funds. It includes the collection of taxes, expenditure of the government money, the preparation of the budget, the borrowing of foreign loans, and the floating of government bonds. Money, when we say money, we all both know that this we what we always look for. So for example, magay kong kwarta, so like that. So money is the lifeblood of all nations. Without money, no government can exist or function. All activities of the government such as education, defense, peace and order maintenance, health and sanitation, public works, social welfare, and economic development requires funds. And the existence and stability of the government depends on its financial condition. So we have the 3 steps of public finance. So first, we have the preparation of the annual budget. Second, we have the enactment by the legislator of the budget bill. Third, we have all government expenses are audited to prevent extravagant or wasteful use of public finance. So when we say audited, it's look like the secretary of the barangay will going to audit the information about the budget, so to prevent the wasteful of use of public funds. So we have the budget. So budget is the financial statement of the estimated income and expenses of the government for the coming fiscal year. So budget. So the budget word comes from French term which is budget, which means purse. Thus, we usually use the word budget to know how the government or anyone anyone earns and spend money. So a good budget will balance income and expenses also. So according here that a good budget will balance income and expenses. So pag yung tao marunong magdala ng budget, so maibalance talaga niya yung gastos at saka yung kita. So we have the sources of government income. First, we have taxes paid by the people. Second, we have incidental income, earnings and other credits, receipts automatically appropriated, extraordinary income or transfer of funds from special sources. So, what are the taxes that was bumuo sa taxes? So, ano ba yung taxes paid by the government? So, paid by the people rather. So, first we have the resident tax, income tax, license and business taxes. We have real property tax, inheritance and gift taxes, and then miscellaneous taxes, and then lastly import duties or tariff and dues on goods. So secondly, about the incidental taxes, so we have fines and forfeitures, sales of public domain, and then third we have earnings and other credits. So in earnings and other credits we have service fee, alien registration fee, and then registration fee, and then fiber inspection fee, and then court fees and costs. So, and receipts automatically appropriated, we have fees paid for verification of private land surveys, and then last we have fees paid to the different government board examiners for various professional services such as law, medicine, and etc. So in extraordinary income and special fund, we have foreign loans secured by the government from abroad, and then government bonds, and foreign aid given to the government. So all of these taxes have the limitations. So first we have the tax shall be for a public purpose, and then the tax shall be uniform and fair. And then Congress cannot tax property that is used for religious wait. So this is the third one. So third, we have Congress cannot tax property that is used for religious, charitable, and educational purposes, such as education, such as churches, cemeteries, orphanage, schools, and universities. So government budget and expenditures is the government is like a family. It has to run a household and spend for its members. So, like a good housewife, the government also makes a budget. A budget is the list of income and expenses for a time period. So, the national budget for the year can amount to a lot of money. So, for example, 50 years ago, the government budget was in the million. And then 20 years ago, it was in the billion. And then the budget of the third million may be in the trillion of pesos. So as you can observe, it's getting higher, higher, and higher. So we have the items. So what are the items in the national budget? So we have the debt to payment, education, social services, and then health, national security, and public works. So national debt. So the government borrows from banks, international agencies, and other governments. So when we say about national debt, government borrows money from banks, international agencies, and other government. So the Philippines government started heavy borrowing during the time of President Diosdado Nakapagal. So the Philippines started to borrow a big amount of money due to the time of Diosdado Nakapagal, and that is 2002, which is the amount of the money is 52 dollar billions. So how to pay for the debt? So sorry. Our people pay for the debt with taxes, custom fees, and etc. This is why we must pay what we owe to the government. We must help our country to meet its obligation and debts. So, as you can see, this is in this one. This is why we must pay what we owe to the government. So para mabayaran natin yung utang ng ating gobyerno or our ating bansa, we have to pay what we owe to the government. For example, yung lupa pag naririnig ko minsan yung parents ko na may pupunta sa amin na tao tas maniningil ng buwis. So maybe that's one of the example about the paying of what we owe to the government. So and also this one, I have watch short movie. It's about a girl and a pregnant one. So we have I as I remember, the pregnant one go to the stores and then buy some ingredients for the cake that we shot. It's that she was going to bake for her child birthday. So when they enter the stores, then she dumiretso sa counter. Dumiretso sa counter, tapos sabi niya, "Miss, natanggap pa kayo ng ganitong card?" Tapos nakita ng babae yung card niya. Ano ba ito? I win. I don't know what kind of card is that, but then the ano ba tanda? The tindera was just then tumaas yung kilay niya, sabi niya, ang ganda-ganda doon ng buhay ng babae kasi nang bibili siya ng mga paninda na libre lang. So tas ang babae yung buntis na babae is parang na-offend. So as you can see, sabi niya, as you can see, I have a business before. So sabi niya ganyan. And then suddenly something happened, which is her husband get into an accident, then everything vanished. She leave the restaurant and then live with her only child, and then except for what is still in her belly. So that's it. So they're working hard, and then half of their salary were going to the government. So that is what that is what I understand from that movie. So and also here the thing we must pay for what we owe to the government. So we must help our country to meet its obligation and debt. So even only one person borrowed that kind of amount of money, but then we are obligated to pay or to work or to pay or to help them to meet its obligation and then pay the debt. So as Jesus said, give to the king what belongs to the king and give to the God what belongs to God. So alam na natin kung ano ibig sabihin nito. So in history, Filipinos considered a debt as a test of honor. So it is not only a material but also a sacred obligation. It is a debt of the spirit or utang na loob. So yes, it is true that much of the national debt has been due to the graft and corruption of some government officials. So, right? We are both know that most of the politics or the government right now or as of now are all hindi lahat but mostly I guess. So as I watch the 24 oras when there's a time that I watch them. It's always the money. They're always fighting about money, and then so this is the reason why our country is in a big debt because of the doings of or the deeds of the government official. Not all, but then some of government official are all corrupt, or they're just using the money of their own needs or their own kagustuhan. So just to satisfy their self, they don't even think that it's not their money, but then money of the barangay or so. That's all for today. So thank you for listening. I hope you learned something about what I discussed. So thank you and good morning.